Hello everybody, this is a new show called Rob and Matt's Memories. We're going to share memories that we lived and we're going to talk about them. Um, this memory is in 2007 this memory was 5 years ago when I was little, 2007. I was about maybe 10 or 11. I was 11 years old. I learned how to ride a bike. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I learned how to ride a bike when I was 5. Okay, but this is what happened. When I was 11, I learned how to skateboard because I really hated skateboard when I was little. I learned how to skateboard when I was 11. It was really fun. When you skateboard, you have to keep like balance. So that's what you have to do. I know skateboarding is really easy, but I learned it. And for sports, that's our next video. Maybe I'll show you me riding a bike. I learned that when I was 6. But yes, skateboarding's pretty fun. But, you know, if you saw Get Schooled, that was funny, right guys? Stupid and funny, whatever. But yeah, that board right there, I was on that. And if you haven't noticed, it says which show we're doing today. And you can see the answer still. 37 minus 10, 27. But yeah. Okay, well, yeah. It was pretty fun. So yes. We'll see you next time for Rob and Matt's Memories. Stay tuned.